Yeah, but I'm on a bit of a delay, so you know,
Well, when
a
you said
little extra time between the slides.
just say like next slide.
You can just tell them
Okay,
then.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm
All right,
done
next
talking
slide.
then.
Next slide. Are you sure?
Yes.
Give me a second. I need you to you get me into it. You need to read the whole title to me. Present it to me
Yeah.
yeah.
This is. I can't talk very well right now.
Here, Steph, shut up.
This is a mostly spoiler-free and entirely half-assed Skyrim introduction for new players, and that's you, Zeb.
All right, everyone, clap.
Next slide.
Okay.
So this is a map of Tamriel.
Mm-hmm.
Skyrim, as you can see, is up north. That's where the game Skyrim takes place.
Okay.
These other places are other places. You can look at that. Different people are from different places. I'll talk about them a little bit. Mostly just about like who is from where.
And the game before Skyrim took place in Morrowind. That's why it's called Morrowind.
The game before Skyrim is Oblivion, which took place in Cyrodiil.
Oh.
Skyrim is number 5, Oblivion's 4, Morrowind was 3.
Morrowind was 3. Morrowind's the only one I've even touched before.
Okay. I have not touched Morrowind, but Oblivion is very good as well.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. Let me know when you're ready to stop looking at the map.
Oh, I'm on the next slide. Go ahead.
Okay. So, yeah, this is what we just talked about. It takes place in the 4th era, year 201.
Okay.
Skyrim is the home of the Nords, which are just like Nordic people. They're really racist.
Oh, nice.
And it's currently under control, sort of the Empire. And they are in the midst of a civil war with the Stormcloak Rebellion. Next slide. And you gotta let me know when you change slides, because I'm on a delay on the stream.
You hear me say okay? It means I'm on the next slide.
Okay. So who's the Empire? They're the Imperials from Cyrodiil. Cyrodiil's where Morrowind took place. The Imperials are the native peoples of that. And it's the centralmost country. The Empire controls, like, most of Tamriel. There's some independent places, and the rest of it is the elves. And the Nords really just like the Empire because they're racist, and then also because of what happened with a group called the Aldmeri Dominion, which is the High Elves, also known as Altmer. Some of them have like official names, some of them, and like, casual names.
Okay, so
High Elves are Altmer. Altmer's like the correct name, but
High Elves are terrorists. Is that what I'm getting from this?
No.
No, sorry. The Nords dislike the Empire because they're involved with the High Elves. Okay.
The Empire, yes. The Empire is. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Next slide.
Okay.
The Aldmeri Dominion are a group of elven supremacists, and they want total control of Tamriel. They are from the Somerset Isles. You can refer back to the map at any point. They're from the Somerset Isles. They are direct descendants of Aedra, which are like one of the type of deities and other worldly beings. And this part I actually don't know if this is fully like confirmed thing or if this is just a theory, but I like the theory, so I included it. That they want to try and destroy these pillars. I can't remember how many there are. There's like 6 or 7 pillars that hold up the plane of Mundus, and they want control of them so they can destroy them and return everything into, the ether.
And Mundus is the physical plane. It's the world we're playing in.
Yep, and we'll get to that.
Mundus.
Hugh Mundus.
Okay.
So the Aldmeri Dominion, you should name your character Hugh Mundus.
That's a good idea.
That's a really good name. So the Aldmeri Dominion, essentially, the Empire is their bitch because they kicked their ass in a war that ended about 30 years before the game started, called the White Gold Concordat, I think is how you say that.
Not the war.
Uh,
The treaty after the war was called
the
the White
treaty
Gold
was
Accord.
called the
Okay.
White Gold Concordant, I think is how you say it. The White Gold Concordant, and yeah, they had to sign it or they were going to be destroyed, basically.
Okay.
And the sort of government presence of the Eldmeri Dominion that you encounter in this game, they're called the Thalmor, and they suck.
The Somerset Isles, you said? Let me go back to the map.
Yep.
Okay, down in the south.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just Elftown? That is Elftown, totally?
That is Elftown. That is totally Elftown.
All
We'll
right.
get to where some of the other ones are. You could even, I can send you this. You can have the map open on,
A second monitor.
yeah, you like take a screenshot of it or something if you
Yeah,
want to
okay,
keep
okay.
referring to it.
Here, I can give me a sec.
Yeah. And then when you're ready, go to the next slide.
Turn off magic cursor again. All right, I'm on the next slide.
So, the Stormcloaks. I mentioned the Stormcloak Rebellion. These are Nords and Nord sympathizers. They're trying to fight against the Empire's presence in Skyrim, and they are led by the dude in the picture, Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak
Okay.
of Windhelm. Jarls are like the kings of not just the city, but like the Hold, which is like the full region.
Windhelm's like
go to
the capital, right? That's like a base of operations for us.
It is one of the capitals. Go to the
Okay,
next slide,
okay.
and you can see the different holds of Skyrim.
Oh, okay.
So each of them has a big city that you can see is those kind of badge-looking things.
That's what I was thinking of. Whiterun. Whiterun is the town that I've heard about.
Yes, this is like this is generally when you first play this game. This is the first big city you're gonna find if you just follow the story.
Okay.
And so you see Windhelm is on the right side. So Ulfric is the Jarl of that city and also that whole light blue area.
He's got a lot of power. Big man.
Yep. And the
Okay.
Empire, their capital is in Solitude. The red in the top left. Top left.
Wait. Why are they up there?
That's just where they're. Well, it's a very important like port city.
Okay.
So it's like
But
a big center of
isn't there
commerce.
like base of operations, the place where the fourth game took place, to the south?
Yeah, it is down south. But
Did they invade through High Rock or something then?
No, they didn't. They didn't invade. It was just like the Empire was the thing. The Stormcloaks are trying to.
Okay. So the Stormcloaks, like, okay, I get it.
They claim. Let me go to the next slide. Oh, I didn't write this down on the thing. So
Okay.
actually, I'll let you discover it in the game.
Okay.
Never mind. All right. Yeah. Next slide. So who?
What the fuck? The
lots of
tensions
racism.
betwixt races? What?
Yeah.
Okay, J.K. Rowling.
No, it was
You transphobe.
that was Dark Souls. I got it from Dark Souls. Okay.
Oh, okay. My bad.
All right. So the elves and the Nords, they really hate each other, and that's mostly the most prevalent one because, we're in the Nord land and there are elves here. So part of the treaty, the White Gold Concordant, the elves banned the worship of Talos. Talos is a man named Tiber Septim that ascended to godhood, and the elves don't like that he is like considered a divine because he was a man.
That means if he's ascended to godhood, that means he left Mungus.
Yeah, he left
Okay.
Humongous.
Okay. I'm not even just trying to make a joke. I'm making sure I get it. Like,
Yes,
it makes sense
no,
that
I
the
know
elves
what you
hate
mean.
him because, like, he left the realm that, like,
Well,
their terrorists want to destroy, basically, right?
Yeah, like it wasn't just it's not like they're like
He KS'd.
jealous of him. It's not like they're jealous of him necessarily. They just like don't see it as legitimate.
Okay.
But the Nords, obviously, because Tiber Septim was a man, he was a Nord. they worship him like as a divine, but even in their own pantheons, and there's like several different versions of Tiber Septim in different pantheons. And yeah, so they don't like that he's banned. Next slide.
Next slide. Oh,
so,
wait. Am I on the right side? Talos and the Divines?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, Talos is that god. He's Tiber Septim or Ysgramor, and he's the most important hero.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talos
And
Septim, also known as Yzma.
Tiber Septim. Talos is the god named Tiber Septim was his name as a man.
Okay.
And you'll hear people refer to the Nine, which is the Nine Divines, and you don't need to know this at all. It doesn't matter.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I'm learning.
No. I'm saying this part. The Pantheon was created by Saint Alicia in the Third Era.
And the 9 doesn't include Talos because
the
he's a newer
god,
god, right?
Include Talos.
It does. Okay. Well, I didn't know
So
when he ascended to godhood.
They would either say the 8 or the 8 and 1. For there's like the snobs that don't count him. Like I think the elves would probably just say the 8. Yeah, probably snobby researchers would say 8 and 1.
Okay.
Next slide.
Okay.
Let me make sure something works here.
Who else hates who?
Perfect. Okay. So yeah, who else hates who? The Nords and the Altmer. They all hate everybody. The Altmer being the High Elves. The Nords and Imperials don't like each other because of the war and the Empire thing. The Argonians are lizard people, and they were once enslaved by the Dark Elves, which are the Dunmer from Morrowind.
And are the Dunmer?
Please click.
Oh, okay. Okay. I appreciate that. Getting my heritage in there. I like that.
They are gypsies, pretty much.
Okay.
And Khajiit, I don't have a slide about it. Khajiit are very strange. They're the cat people. But the cat people that you may have seen in this game are just one type of Khajiit. There's 9 different types of Khajiit, ranging from
house
that
cat,
one,
right?
Yeah, that one to like typical house cat, but like still intelligent and speaks and stuff like that. And it's all dependent on the like moon that they're born under or something.
Interesting.
Moon cycle stuff.
Okay.
Next slide.
Wait. I have questions for the slide. Argonians, lizard people.
Yes.
Why are they called? Oh, I'm sure you don't know why they're called Argonians, but are they from Argonia? Is that a region?
They are from the Black Marsh.
Huh. Okay. Enslaved by the Dunmer.
And the Khajiit are from elsewhere.
Elsewhere, like off the continent or off the plane?
Nope. Look for it.
Oh, okay. And then the Dunmer. Are those skooma fiends?
The Khajiit are skooma fiends.
Okay, the Khajiit are. I thought for some reason the Dunmer were always skoomed up.
Look on the map. There is a place called Elsewhere.
Oh, my bad. I wasn't looking at the map. I had it minimized.
I've always liked that name.
Open, make it bigger. Open image, new tab. There we go. Elsewhere. It's spelled all weird. Okay, so they're from like the central south.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
All right. Next slide.
And then the Argonians are from the like Black Marsh, which is bottom right. Okay. Next slide. Other races.
So, the orcs, their sort of official name is Orsimer, and they are orcs. Like, they are orcs. That's all you need to know about them.
Okay.
Like everything if you think of an orc, that's what they are. And they're from a place called Hrothgar.
Okay.
The Red Guards are from Hammerfell. They are. I mean, they're like North African people, basically.
Okay. Well, you said like I saw black people, and I was like, are we talking like African Americans or African Africans?
They are like Northern Africans.
Okay.
But also, like, it's always been kind of a joke because like they have like increased like stamina or like
They can
stuff like
run
that.
faster.
Yes, they can.
It's fucked up. Okay. Okay.
The Bretons are kind of half elves, or they're like half elven ancestry. The Wood Elves are the Bosmer. They're from Valenwood. They're like, smaller and dirtier elves than the High Elves, and they're also cannibals.
Okay. So Bosmer eat each other.
More so other races,
Oh, okay. So it's not Bosmer on Bosmer violence. Gotcha.
but it's Bosmer on like
Everything else.
humanoid-ish thing.
Okay.
Next slide. So the deities, there's like Aedra and Daedra. The Aedra are sort of the like good ones, and the Daedra are the bad ones. It's like order versus chaos gods.
Is this like good versus bad in the same way that like Greek gods are good versus bad, where they're not really good and they're not really bad?
Yeah, I would it, kind of what I have in the middle there. I would describe it as order versus chaos.
Okay. Okay.
And the Aedra were partly responsible for the creation of Mundus. The Daedra inhabit planes of oblivion, which, the game before this was called Oblivion. You're going to planes of oblivion in that game, or you're going to a plane of oblivion multiple times. And the planes look different based on, the god, like whatever its nature is.
Mm-hmm.
Next slide. This is gonna prepare yourself.
Okay. Okay. I'm prepared.
And we're gonna have to zoom way in.
Holy shit. Okay. I was gonna
I
ask,
think
what do you mean by
you
like the
don't
planes? But
you don't need to know this at all.
okay.
But I kind of figured you would enjoy this. So, if you can zoom way in there.
Is it do it by scrolling or?
If you go in like the bit at the bottom of the presentation.
Okay.
All right.
It's
Let's
it's
see if I
it's
can
crunchy,
remember
but
all
I get
this.
it.
Yeah. So yeah, that is the plane of Mundus within there. Fuck, I can't read this shit at all. All right. So, hold on. I actually need to pull it.
The original image. Here, can you send me the original image if you have it?
Hold on. I'm just gonna reference something. I think this is the best representation of it, and I'm just gonna tell you what each of those things are,
Okay.
if I can find that.
It's awesome. I feel like I'm imbibing knowledge.
Okay. So, the blue planet, the Earth planet in the middle, is called Nirn, Nirn.
Mm-hmm.
Those other planets and moons around it are the 9 divines.
So the gods are
plus
celestial
some
bodies?
Yes, sort of.
Okay.
And there's some other stuff in there too. Beyond that, in the void, or sort of galaxy-looking thing out there, are the planes of oblivion, and it's not actually in a circle like this. It's amorphous, like whatever.
Yeah, this is just a good representation of it.
Yeah, and just beyond them are the astrological signs, essentially.
Okay.
The different birth signs, and constellations and stuff. Beyond that, you have the sun, which is the god Magnus.
Okay, I was gonna say I only saw 8 in the central like Mundus sphere, so I take it that would be 9. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So Talos isn't there.
Okay. Oh, you said there
But
was extra stuff in the middle anyway.
you see those like I think those some of those little moons or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think Talos isn't one of those, but I don't think I think Magnus is some other god. He's not one of the divines.
Okay.
So yeah, the different like birthstones, they're like the standing stones. You'll find some, and then if you zoom out, I guess you don't need to zoom out, but the sort of yellowy zone around that is fucking illegible. Aetherius. There we go. Jesus Christ. I was able to read this before. I feel like I don't know what
Shit got compressed.
shit got compressed to fuck.
That Twitter
So yeah,
compression.
that's Aetherius, and Ariel is the god of time, and Lorcan is the god of space.
Okay. So everything that we already talked about is within the bounds of time and space.
Yes.
Okay.
Beyond that is Arbus, which I actually don't know anything about and hadn't heard of that until I saw this picture. And then beyond that, sort of everything is encased in either stasis or change. With Padme being the deity for change and Anu for stasis, and Anuiel is the sort of being of existence, and Sithis is non-existence.
Okay.
Sithis you will actually encounter in this game, but
What?
not Anuiel.
It's not like
He is of significance to a
so.
certain
Okay. So
group.
Anuiel and Sithis are gods of existence and not.
They are the embodiment, I guess,
Okay.
of it. And there is a certain group in the game that Sithis is very important to.
Gotcha.
All right, you don't need to know this at all to
No.
play
I
this
like
game.
how in depth
But
you went. I'm a
but
fan of this.
I figured you would be interested in that stuff
Well,
because I
it's
do think it
cool
is
that like
interesting.
from the bottom up, it's all categorized by chaos and order, even all the way up to Padme and Anu.
Yeah, and everything exists within that. So those places.
It's also damn funny
Those
that
red and blue.
it's also damn funny that it sounds like the mispronunciation of Padme.
Yeah. All right, next slide.
Okay.
So, these are some other factions that you're going to encounter in the game. And I tell you this because you were asking like how long it takes to complete the game,
I take
and I
it
was
all these
always like,
factions have like a quest line or something, right?
yes.
Okay.
And so it was like, do you consider it just completing main story, or do you complete all of this stuff? So, Thieves Guild, self-explanatory. It's a guild of thieves. Dark Brotherhood is the League of like assassins.
The Black Hand.
The Black Hand. The College of Winterhold is this game's Mages Guild. The previous games all had like a Mages Guild, but the Mages Guild doesn't have a presence in Skyrim. So the like magic school is the College of Winterhold.
Okay.
The Companions are the Fighters Guild, kind of the same thing as before. They don't have a presence in Skyrim. The Blades were the Emperor's like bodyguard. They're like the Secret Service for the Emperor. But part of the treaty was that they would be disbanded.
Gotcha.
The Greybeards are like monks that live at the top of the tallest mountain in Skyrim. And the Dawn Guard are vampire hunters. And that's one of the DLCs.
And the blades don't exist anymore because of the Wiggle Concordance?
The Wiggle Concordance, yeah.
It's like white gold, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The white gold concordant, yeah. Alright, next slide.
Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, God.
Good quiz, Zeb. Go to the next slide.
Oh, fuck.
Where does the game take place?
Morrowind?
Is that your final answer?
No, Skyrim.
Good job. Go to the next slide.
All right, all right.
What is the
Oh,
white gold important?
I know this
And
one.
why is it important? Give me 2 reasons why it's important.
Why
Give me
it's
2 things it
important?
did.
Oh my
Give me
God. Oh
two
no.
things it did that were significant.
Okay, so it was the treaty between the elves, the
Mm-hmm.
very uppity elves, and the humans, the Empire specifically. Right?
Yes.
Okay, and it's important because it meant.
Sorry, hold on.
Oh.
Imperials and Nords are both considered like man, you know,
Okay, so
and Bretons are
specifically
like
the
half man.
Imperials.
Imperials and Nords.
Oh,
It
okay.
was because like, and there are more things within the Empire. For example, the Red Guards from Hammerfell. The Empire was going to give them away as for the treaty,
Hmm.
and they said no, and seceded from the Empire and held on their own, held the elves to a stalemate, and they, figure out their own
What
treaty.
what group was that?
The Red Guards from
The
Hammerfell.
those are the black people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. Why was it important? You can't worship Talos anymore,
Mm-hmm.
and um, it led to the disbandment of the Emperor's Guard. I can't remember the name of it. The Blades.
Yes. Nice.
Okay.
Very
Is there
acceptable
something? Is there
answers.
something else I should know that it was important for?
Um, just it gave the Aldmeri Dominion more of a foothold within the Empire's territories. But
Okay.
that was, I mean, yeah, perfectly acceptable answers. Next slide. I listed all of them here in case you forgot any. There is, I would say there is a objectively correct in-universe answer for this, but
Okay.
I wouldn't, yeah, that's what I'll say.
Well, okay. So Altmer are the High Elves.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The
I
Dunmer
can tell
had
you what all of them are.
slaves.
Mm-hmm.
The
There's
Bosmer.
not just
No, no. I'm
one
going through.
right
I'm
answer.
going through my options. I'm
That's what
weighing
I'm
it.
saying. Yeah.
The Bosmer are cannibals. The Ossimer are orcs. I'm sure they've
Hmm.
done horrible things.
They do worship. Um, which one is it? Malakath, which is the Daedra. So like Daedra are
Malakath?
generally considered evil,
Okay.
and it's like the god of like brutality.
So they
So yeah,
worship a chaos god of brutality. Okay.
I think that one's brutality. No, there's no
Um,
Molag Ball.
Wait, are the Imperials? Did they do anything fucked up?
They're the Empire. Oh, vengeance.
What? Oh, the god of
Malakath
vengeance.
is
Okay.
the god of vengeance.
I don't. The Nords seem pretty based. I don't think there's anything such as a bad Nord. That's the Nords sound pretty based.
They've done some things, but
The Khajiit, being gypsies and all. If you think about it, the Red Guard are black people, and the Bretons are half elves.
yeah, half man, half elf ancestry.
Okay. And the Argonians are snake people from a swamp that were slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, like, I feel like the answer that you'd want is the Altmer. Like, that's the in-universe right answer.
Mm-hmm. What is your answer? What is your final answer? Answer this question honestly. I won't. If you've got a good reason for it, I'm not going to fail you on this question. I'm just telling you there is an objective in-universe answer.
I'm indecisive. There's so many good options to be racist against. Let's go with the Bosmer.
Bosmer?
I'd
Okay.
be pissed if my friend was eaten.
Zeb,
Hmm.
what did I tell you about the Khajiit?
That they're gypsies?
Yeah.
Oh shit! That was the right
Nobody likes
answer.
them. Nobody likes them. Nobody likes them.
Okay. So the Khajiit are generally hated.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm not kidding. They are gypsies. Like full on and everything. People complained when this game was a little newer that the racism in this game wasn't immersive enough.
From what
but
you've told me, it's pretty immersive.
I'm kind of playing it up for the bit a little
Okay,
bit, but
okay,
like
okay.
there's a good deal of it.
All right, I like it. I can be a
Okay,
racist.
you passed the quiz.
I
Bosmer's an
passed the
acceptable
quiz. Oh my
answer.
god.
Next slide.
Uh-oh.
So, getting into the game itself.
Gameplay.
Some skills are easier to grind than others. Like, it's easier to grind, like, a one-handed weapon, or just, like, the one-handed weapon skill than it is to do, like, some magic stuff or, like, some of the crafting stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But some skills have cheesy ways to level them.
Do you need
And
a drink? Do you need
no,
it? Okay.
I'm just sick.
Okay. I gotta
It
be
is what
sure
it
you're
is.
okay. Okay.
I'm doing fine. So the loot that you find in the game is level based, as in like there's sort of tiers of equipment. You'll start with, like leather stuff and iron stuff and kind of work your way up all the way up to like dragon shit,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so the stuff that you find is based on the level of your character. Uh, and also for unique items, your level affects how strong it is when you get it. Not for every item, but some items that, like, a unique item that deals a certain amount of damage on hit is going to do more based on the level of when you get it.
Okay.
Not that that matters too much because you don't know where anything is or what it is, but like
So
kind of something to keep in
if
mind.
there's a like static like weapon spawn, I theoretically want to hold off on getting that weapon until I'm later level.
Potentially, but
Okay.
it's all like you can get stuff that's going to be really good early, and then there's still going to be other good stuff to get later.
Yeah.
So like, it's just the stuff you find will continue to scale no matter what it is, and some stuff is locked behind levels. So like certain quests to get items are locked behind being level 10, 15, up to like 30 for those, and then there's one quest that you have to be level 80,
Okay.
which is pretty. 80 is a pretty high level. I don't know if you'll get to 80, but I usually get to like 50 or 60 when I play.
Okay. Okay.
Next slide is about mods.
Oh boy.
You're asking about this. So there's something in the game called the Creation Club. It is where you can buy points to spend on mods. Like you are paying for mods, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like nice polished ones that Bethesda has essentially like approved of. You know what I mean?
No sex mods in the Creation Club.
No.
Okay.
And then there used to be a separate category for mods that you can get just within the game. And it didn't have like everything out there. It's not gonna like that stuff's also gotta be somewhat approved, right? Less so than Creation Club, because the mods in this file were free. And that's usually what I did a lot. You can get them from other websites like Nexus Mods and stuff. That's
Okay.
where all the sex mods are.
I was gonna say
I was always too dumb to. I could never figure that out.
couldn't
I couldn't
figure
get
out the
them to work.
technology.
I couldn't get them to work. I
You
was too
couldn't
dumb.
get the sex mods to work in Skyrim. What the
Not the
fuck?
sex mods. Not the sex mods. Other mods. I'll get into which mods.
Okay. Okay.
So it used to be two separate things in the menu. Now they're just both under Creation Club.
Okay.
And those are the easiest ones to use. And there's plenty of like pretty good ones. We'll kind of get into them. So the Creation Club and mods and stuff like that does disable achievements if you care about that for this game.
Mm-hmm.
But
like a mod to like undo that.
I was I was about to say there is a mod, not through their thing, but you'd have to get it through like another
through like
website
Nexus or whatever.
Nexus to re-enable mods.
Gotcha.
It might be in their
It's
own
not.
mods.
It's not.
It
I looked.
isn't.
I looked when I made this. Unless it's
Carson
Unless
did
they
his
put it in.
research. I gave him an assignment and he more than delivered. This has been more than half an hour of content.
All right,
I
next
like
slide.
the picture stuff.
Mods to install. Oh boy.
So here's some ones that I recommend.
Okay.
USSEP unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch. I'm pretty sure you have to have this one in order to use any other mods. Oh, I have them
Some of
color coded.
them you need
The red
like
ones.
the script extender or
That's
something.
what USSEP is.
That is.
Or it's like a version of it. So the red ones I would say are like pretty essential to just like this just straight up makes your game better. Like obviously you have to get USSEP. No more dead followers is nice because followers will die a lot, and it's just nice for them not to. Rich merchants is really nice. Let's go ahead.
When they die, do they stay dead?
Yes.
I think there are
Okay.
some followers that can't actually die because they're
Well,
Some
like
cannot.
essential. They're essential followers.
This
Yeah,
this
okay.
mod
They
make
can't
this mod
die.
essentially makes like 95% of the followers in the game essential NPCs.
Gotcha.
Rich merchants is really nice because a lot of times you want to sell a bunch of shit at once because I know you and I are both hoarders.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't have to like bounce around between places because they keep running out of gold. So that's nice. Green stuff is not as necessary as the red stuff, but I would say is an overall improvement to the game without changing too much. Bandolier mod, again, for us hoarders, just you can make other bags and stuff to increase your carry weight.
Okay.
It's that simple. Quality world map is kind of nice because you can follow the roads more, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily essential. I like it. Normally the map doesn't really highlight where the roads are.
Gotcha.
And then open cities, I would say, is honestly pretty essential. It makes it so normally when you would go into a city, there's like the door there and you'd have to load in like through a loading screen. Open cities makes it so the door just opens and there's no load screen. You're just like in the city is just open as it says. So that's really nice. Less loading screens is good. The blue stuff, these are all just like
eye candy.
if you want to make the game look better. And then some other ones that I would just kind of wanted to throw in here. Sky UI is one you'd have to get through Nexus mods. It basically makes it so the UI in the game with like the menus and stuff was definitely built for controllers.
Okay.
But it's not like unusable on PC. I still use the normal one and it's fine. But Sky UI is more built and suited for
You can
PC.
also like
So you probably would like it
search type something and search for it too with Sky UI.
Yeah, it's you will probably like this one and want to get this one.
Okay.
Ars Metallica is just a nice one if you really want to get into smithing. It just kind of makes smithing a little better, I guess. Stones of Baron Zaya quest marker is something you may encounter and want to do if you really want to be a completionist, but I won't really say much more than that.
Okay.
And then the Magical College of Winterhold just makes the College of Winterhold nicer if you want to do that.
All right.
And the College of Winterhold is normally a bit bland, so because I like it so much, I consider it essential.
I see.
I mean, you could always go like the default one and decide.
No,
if
yeah,
you want
that's what I mean. Like, if you
something.
like it there and you want to do that, like, I would recommend getting it.
So, important question. For modding. I saw one involving a vampire.
Okay.
Is that enough information to go off of?
I like
Serrano?
I did a lot of vampire mods in like my playthroughs, so I could probably help you out.
What kind of vampire mod are we talking? Are we talking like romance Serrano or like?
You mean like a better vampire, like better vampire sort of?
I'm talking like, is that the name of the female vampire character? I've only ever seen her.
You mean the follower? Yeah.
She's a follower. Okay.
Yes, and she is an essential NPC normally. She will not die.
Oh, okay. Does that mean she's tied to an ending?
She's tied to the. Well, I don't know if you care about, but she's tied to something.
Well, I told you the Dawnguard DLC is all about vampires.
Oh, okay.
And the Dawnguard are the vampire hunter faction.
Yeah.
So she's involved with that. I went there. There aren't like there's multiple endings in the sense that there's multiple big quest lines, but like each quest line only has one ending.
Like,
if that makes sense. there is a main story. Like every quest line will play the same every time. There's not variance to each quest line. It's
Yeah,
just
but
there's a
is it
lot of
kind of
different
like
quest lines to do.
does the ending function like I don't know, like Fallout 4 where you can get to the ending through different factions?
No.
Okay.
Like
It's
the main story doesn't affect the other ones. If that's what you mean.
none of
Okay.
honestly none of the storylines really interact too much, except for one point in the main quest line that I won't spoil. Do you know what I'm talking about, Cameron?
Yeah, I think so.
With the meeting?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's all I'll say for that.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
next slide.
Next slide.
Console commands. I included this because this game is buggy and
Wait,
sometimes
the Spanish key,
yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
the tilde.
Yeah, I didn't know
That's
if you would know the name of it.
okay.
I knew what it was called. It's expansion tool. I believe using console commands also disables achievements, but I'm sure the mod to do that would
Undo
fix
that.
So yeah, FOV X to set your FOV. I would recommend doing that because there is not an FOV command in the
Oh,
settings
so you can.
or slider.
Yeah, you're not like forced to like fucking early 2010s PC game like fucking 60 FOV. You can open it to 90.
Yeah, you can get it. You can set it to whatever you want.
Okay.
TCL is for no clip, toggle collision. If you get stuck in something, which may happen. And then I included God mode in case some shit happens. You
Okay.
never know. Next slide.
Really? Me?
You are ready to play the game, Zebediah.
So does everybody know
Holy.
which like difficulty he wants to play in? I don't know if you talked about that at all.
I didn't include difficulty. I would just keep it on whatever it is now and adjust it as you go if you feel like if it's too easy or if it's too hard. That's kind of
Okay.
what I do when I play. I just kind of adjust as I go.
Holy shit.
If you feel like you're really strong, you can turn it up. If you feel like you're weak, you can turn it down.
You made one hell of a presentation.
Thank
Dude, this
you.
was awesome. I loved it.
Thank you. That's good to hear. I put my blood, sweat, and
Holy.
tears into this at like I think I did it anywhere from like 12 to 5 a.m. one night. Whatever day it was that you told me to do it, that night I stayed up and did like 80% of this.